Rest in peace, Danny Thomas of Danny Thomas Show, dead at 79 after suffering this fatal disease. On February 6, 1991, the press suddenly reported the death of famous comedian Danny Thomas. A spokesman for St. Jude said his heart attack suddenly appeared and took his life at his home in Beverly Hills. Danny was a revered figure of American cinema. He took on many roles in artistic activities such as actor, singer, and film producer. He was also known as a great philanthropist. He was the founder of a children's cancer research hospital called St. Jude. Bob Hope, his co-star, said, "Danny was one of the giants of the industry, and what he did for St. Jude's will never be forgotten." Danny was born on January 6, 1912, under the name Amos Muzad Yakub Karuz. He was born in Deerfield, Michigan, but grew up and studied in Toledo, Ohio. He was a member of the Catholic Church. From a young age to adult, he always participated in church activities. In 1932, he first performed on the radio with the play The Happy Hour Club. 2 years later, he married singer Ross Marie Canzonetti. At that time, his wife was at the peak of her career. She owned a private radio show in Detroit, Michigan. In 1940, the two moved to Chicago, where he worked in clubs with attractive salaries. At this point, he began using the stage name Danny Thomas. In the same year, he joined the radio acting. His first role was as a sleazy brother-in-law named Amos in the film The Bickersons. Next was the postman role in the movie The Baby Snooks Show. 2 years later, he made his own radio show under the name The Danny Thomas Show. Then he participated in a number of film projects such as Call Me Mister, The Jazz Singer, and I'll See You in My Dreams. In 1952, he began to enter the field of singing. He recorded Arabic folk songs for the St. Jude Hospital Foundation and later released them on an album called The Music of Arab American, a Retrospective Collection. A year later, he appeared on the show Make Room for Daddy as a nightclub comedian. The film was shot continuously for 11 years. He was reported to have spent the most time and effort on this film in his whole career. In 1970, another version of Make Room for Daddy was made with the title Make Room for Granddaddy, and Danny reprising his role on the show. In the 1950s, Danny began to participate in film production, including popular TV series such as The Dick Van Dyke Show, The Andy Griffith Show, That Girl, and The Mob Squad. He often became the honored guest on the shows of the films which he produced. In 1970, he became the most successful producer and founded a production company called Whit Thomas Productions. One Big Family was his last series and aired in 1986 to 1987. In more than 40 decades of working in the entertainment industry, Danny had gained a certain number of achievements. He was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame in 1990. He was built a monument in Toledo Park and engraved it with his name. Besides, he had been honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as a big American star. In 2004, He received the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award and was issued a first-class stamp by the United States Postal Service in the name of Danny Thomas. Danny and Rose have 3 children: Margaret Julia, Marlo, Teresa, Terry, and Charles Anthony, Tony Thomas. Their children were all involved in the entertainment industry like their parents. Margaret became an actress and producer like her father. Charles was known as an outstanding television producer, and Teresa was a singer-songwriter. Rest in peace, legendary actor Danny Thomas.